Cambodia is the association of all Kenyans living in Botswana. Our first key mandate is for the welfare of all Kenyans in the country. In terms of welfare, we do a lot of stuff. We make sure that we sort of have a database of Kenyans. And right now, the people we have registered in our database are around 960. But we could be much more than that. We're estimating the total number of Kenyans here to be about 2,500. If a Kenyan passes away in Botswana, the cost is very huge. So usually we get Kenyans to donate some money in a harambe and then we repatriate the body. And I think the last time we did that, we've spent almost $1 million. Now we are putting Kenyans on a group insurance because we can't keep on raising money every time a Kenyan passes on here. So right now we're on group insurance. If something happens to any one of us, the insurance pays. After the last general election, there was a lot of division among Kenyans, even here in Botswana. But I think we've worked very well with the embassy to unite Kenyans. Right now, Kenyans are united. So I take that as a very important thing that we've done to Kenyans in Botswana. The other thing that I consider our big success is the issue of welfare. As I said, we now have Kenyans on group insurance. So that is something that is really supporting families. If something happens here, we no longer have to run around looking for money from individuals. And perhaps the third thing that I can consider as a success is the fact that we have managed to create a database of Kenyans. So we know who is where and what they are doing. And that way, we promote business because I know that so-and-so is in Francistown or the other one is in Maun. This is an engineer, this is a doctor. So in case of opportunity, it is very easy to get people to avail themselves of such opportunities, yes. We don't understand why we are unable to vote in the diaspora. We know that Kenyans have been able to vote, especially in East Africa, also in South Africa, which is just about 15 minutes drive from where we are sitting right now. But we cannot be able to vote here. So we don't know the technical challenge about voting. That is just one. The other thing is we used to have Kenya Airways flying to Gaborone, I think twice a week. And that flight has been cancelled. We now have to get to Nairobi, you have to leave this place, fly to Addis Ababa, and then back into Nairobi, which is quite ridiculous because you literally fly over Kenya and then fly back into the country. So we feel that Kenya Airways can be prevailed upon to at least do one trip to Gaborone, even if it is just once a week. It will really help the business between Gaborone and Nairobi. Another challenge that we are having is families that would like to relocate. I know that there are many Kenyans who've been here for a long time and they want to relocate. Sometimes, if you have stayed out of the country for a long time, it becomes difficult for you to settle back in the country. And we think government can support, especially those of us in the diaspora who want to come back home. I don't know how exactly they can support, but let's encourage Kenyans to come and invest back home. Still on investment, the cost of remittance is very high. Sending money back home, we want to send money. Actually, you know, Alex, that the diaspora remittance is quite significant contribution even to our economy. But the cost of remitting money is still very, very high. We don't know if government could come in and maybe have some kind of negotiation to lower that cost of remittance. One more challenge that Kenyans have here is with regard to their permits. Of course, Botswana is a very welcoming country. Maybe that is why some of us have been here for a very long time. Botswana themselves, they're great people, very friendly. But we are having issues with permits that are rejected. So we can request our government to have some government-to-government arrangement with Botswana so that at least they consider giving more of our people permits. Because as you know, Alex, Kenyans are very talented. Everywhere they go, they make a good contribution. So it's something that government can do on our behalf. The other request I've had from many Kenyans is access to Higher Education Loans Board. This is a loan. So if it is a loan to Kenyans, then it is a loan that can be given even to our children we will live with here. Affording higher education especially is very expensive abroad. So if our children could also have access to Higher Education Loans Board, they would really appreciate it. There's also an issue of e-passport. Yes, it's a good move to an e-passport, but if we can be facilitated so that we do the process here instead of having to travel all the way to Nairobi just to get a passport. I know that countries like Malaysia, you can renew your passport through a vending machine. So let's use technology.